Alright, so we're back, and I was on the last video. I finished up talking about Charlie Pulehu, how he, every kid when you're a baseball fan, kind of one of the things that you always look to do is to get a major league player to give you some kind of souvenir or toss you a ball or something. So even though Charlie Pulehu wasn't a like a major star, but the fact that he gave me a baseball. It meant a lot to me. So, Charlie Pulehu, if you see this video, I say thank you again for that memory. And this was pretty cool because when I downloaded this file, when I seen 1987, I was like, I really wasn't sure what years Charlie Pulehu played with the Braves, but I was like, I want to see if they even got him in here. And when I seen this, when I seen him on the file, I was like, oh man, this is crazy. They got everybody in here. All right, so moving on. Just had to reflect for a minute. Okay, so the Marlins weren't in 1987. They were not a team, so I'm not sure if this is if they used this for the Expos or not. I wasn't too familiar with the Expos roster, so I don't know. I don't know if they used this or the Rockies for the Expos. But moving on, here's Washington. You got Tim Raines. I remember him. Mitch Webster, Andres Galarraga, yes, remember that name. I can't remember. I remember a name, Candy Maldonado. Y'all guys remember that name? I can't remember what team he played on. If it was like, I don't know, the Orioles or something. I'm not really sure. Look, back in the 80s, the team that, was really popular, the Yankees have always been popular. Even back then, the Mets were popular. And they had Darryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden. I mean, that team was stacked. It was loaded, man. I mean, pretty much you knew their whole starting lineup they were all household names pretty much. Even the people that were on the bench. I mean, it was just everybody. So, in this roster file, I did make some adjustments, and one of the adjustments I made is that I imported a Darryl Strawberry that I downloaded from Sports Connect because he looked more realistic. And as you can see, I mean, look at him. See that's a pretty decent looking Darryl Strawberry. And I also updated his batting stance because they had him with a different batting stance. But I went on YouTube to kind of remember how his batting stance used to look because I knew that he had a lot of bat movement in his batting stance. So this is the closest one I could find to Darryl Strawberry, and I think this one fits him perfect. It looks awesome in the game. All right, so then you got your boy Dwight Gooden. You got Doc right there. Too bad you can't have the long look, the little Jerry curl he used to have. And I had to give him a different wind up because the one they had for him didn't really fit him too well. Because Doc had that real quick leg kick. And this is the best one I could find for him. But anyway, I mean, look at the Mets. All these are names: Howard Johnson, Terry Leach, Kevin McReynolds, David Cone, Sid Fernandez, Jesse Orosco, Mookie Wilson, Lenny Dykstra, the leadoff hitter, Keith Hernandez. I mean, come on, Gary Carter. I mean, these names, guys. If you, like I said, if you're in your mid to late 30s or anywhere between your late 20s to 40s. These names, these are people that you remember. I mean, you remember all these names from back in the day. I mean, it was just awesome time for baseball. Look at the Phillies. You got to have Mike Schmidt. You got to have him. Juan Samuel, yes. Lance Parrish. See who else? Steve Bedrosian. I remember him. It's just funny seeing these names again, man. And I'm gonna play a game also, guys. So I'm sorry if this is boring. Some of you guys is watching this, but for those who remember baseball back in the day, this is all. Look, Andre Dawson for Cubs. Andre Dawson. I remember one time I watched a game, and who were they playing? I don't know if they were playing the Giants or whatever, but Eric Shaw hit Andre Dawson with a pitch. I think he hit him in the face or in the lip or something because he split his mouth open. Boy, that fight, man, it was crazy. I mean, that went on for a long time. I remember that. I'm going to have to go back and see if the Giants, if Eric Shaw was on here. Well, Andre Dawson, Ryan Sandberg, Lee Smith, Rick Sutcliffe, man, Greg Maddux, Jamie Moyer. See, this is when he was young right there. Sean Dunston or Shawan Dunston, they called him both names. That guy had a cannon for an arm at shortstop. I mean, he would throw the ball so hard that they used to wonder why he wouldn't just try to be a pitcher. Rafael Palmeiro, Keith Moreland. I mean, crazy. Cincinnati. Of course, you know, if it wouldn't be a Mr. Lux video if my phone didn't ring. I'm sure it's my lovely wife. Let's see. Yep. Hello? Hello? Hey. Okay. Alrighty. Be careful. Bye. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Reds. Oh, Eric Davis. Yep, that was one of my favorite players on the Reds because, like I told you, my aunt took me to a lot of Reds games, so I remember him. I remember also Chris Sabo used to play third base. He was like one of like the up and coming stars for the team. I need to see if he's on here because I haven't looked through every team. But there's Eric Davis. I wish they would put them in their actual team uniform rather than it's just MLB 11 get up. So even got his little kind of side profile. It's pretty spot on right there. Alright, so we got Eric Davis, John Franco. I remember there he is right there, Dave Concepcion. Barry Larkin. See if they got Chris Sabo here. Oh man, they got Chris Sabo. Oh my God. Rob Dibble. I mean, they got a whole lot of people on this roster file for each team. I mean, I'm just going to the MLB roster just to show you some of the key players, the top stars for each team. Let's see. The Astros, of course, Nolan Ryan. You got to have him. Who else? I know he was like the main dude I remember from the Astros. Ken Caminiti, yep. Brewers, Robin Young, Paul Molitor. I remember Paul Molitor, didn't he have that long hitting streak that time that year? I can't remember when it was, but he had like this ridiculous hitting streak. Let's see, Dave Stapleton, I remember him. BJ, I remember I had his cards, BJ Surhoff. Yep, I had his rookie card. So look, Pirates, Barry Bonds. See, most of you young people probably don't even remember Barry Bonds used to play for the Pirates before he got the big old head and buffed up and started playing for the Giants. But yep, there's Barry Bonds, and I think also another big star on the team. Yep, here he is right here, Bobby Bonilla. He was a big name for that team as well. And I remember Andy Van Slyke up there. Yep. Let's see. Junior Ortiz. Cardinals. Ozzie Smith. Start of every game running out to his position at shortstop and does his trademark backflip. Willie McGee. He had a funny looking posture. Like he had like a long torso. Had a funny looking batting style. Todd Rowell. I remember I had his card. Terry Pendleton. I remember him. Yeah. John Tudor. Diamondbacks. See, now, don't remember, there was no Diamondbacks back then, so I'm not really sure about any of these people. And here's the Rockies. Ron Franco. Again, this team was not back in '87, so I'm not sure what team they're trying to mimic with this one. Dodgers. Yes. There was another popular team too that a lot of people know. Or Hershiser, Fernando Valenzuela, Pedro Guerrero. Man, I remember all these names. Was Kirk Gibson? Was he on the team during that time? No, he was on a different team. I remember the year they went to the World Series. He was playing for the Dodgers because he could hardly. No, he played for the Tigers because he could hardly walk. Let's see, Tim Cruz. Yes, Rick Honeycutt, Steve Sachs, Mike Scioscia. Let's see. Padres, of course, Tony Gwynn, man. Dude had ridiculous batting averages every year. I mean, dude used to bat like 370 and stuff. Sometimes close to even 400. I mean, he had very good contact. Benito Santiago, looking like El DeBarge. Let me see how they got him looking. Rich Gossage. I think, didn't he just recently get into the Hall of Fame? Or he's trying or something like that? Okay, there's Eric Shaw right there. But I think at the time when they played the Cubs, I believe he played for the Giants then. If I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. But there's Eric Shaw. Storm Davis, John Crook. Yep. John Crook actually ended up playing for the Phillies too, I believe. Gary Templeton. You know what? Let me go back real quick. Have we passed the Cardinals? I don't recall seeing. Oh, there he is, Vince Coleman. That's what I'm looking for. That dude used to be like the all-time, the league leading in stolen bases. Man, he was ridiculous with the stolen bases. Let me see what they gave him for his speed rating attributes. Speed. Well, gave him 99 speed. Yep, because he was a base stealer. He was a base stealer, so I'm fine with that. Giants. Will Clark, I remember him. Candy Maldonado, there he is. Jose Uribe, Mark Davis. Man, look at all this stuff. Mike Krukow. So guys, I mean, that's all the teams. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I enjoyed going through here. So my next video, I'm gonna put a match together. I guess I'll do the Braves and the Red Sox. How about that? All right, it's your boy Mr. Lux, and I'm out. Stay tuned for some more videos. Peace.